Hey, it's Tired Nay, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you're new here, this is Nay's Little Garden. So, I have a small little package. I'm fairly certain I know what this is. It's from Gurney's. So we're gonna open it up together. So I'm gonna have to plant this out. I literally just don't have the energy today. So tomorrow I will plant these out if I don't manage to find the energy later on. So yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So here they are, looking a little dismal, so I might try to find the energy to plant them out today. These are sweet potato slips from the Covington sweet potato slips. They look a little this is not something I could plant out. It's literally just a piece of paper that says the name. Oh wow, yeah, they feel quite dry. So these I ordered them earlier than, their ship out date, and then I feel like they took a while to get to me. I'm not sure how these are gonna do. So this is what they look like. These over here, like these 2 or whatever, look good. No, 3, and then the rest of them look good, not so great. How many was supposed to be in here? I spent $25. No, I spent $40 almost. I spent $38.36. The actual total, the cost of the sweet potatoes was $25, but then it's $11 to ship. So we're gonna see how these do. Receiving your sweet potato plants. Open your box immediately. Your sweet potato plants may appear wilted or yellow due to their enclosure during shipping. Don't be alarmed. This is normal and the plants will recover from temporary stress. As soon as you receive your sweet potato plants, remove the paper and moss around each plant bundle. So I have to remove this moss. I ordered this a while ago and it did tell me it was going to ship out in May. So it got here in the beginning of May, like it said. Okay, moss has been removed. This is what this looks like. I loosen the bundle to separate the individual plants a bit. Place the sweet potato plants in a jar or vase and add enough water to cover the root tips only. Let the root tips sit in the water or moist potting soil near a window for several days until the leaves become green again and no longer wilted. Replace the water in the jars daily for best results. Do not refrigerate. A viable stem and root system is more important than green leaf appearance. If you're unable to set your plants immediately, it is safe to keep them in water for more than a week. So what I'll probably do is keep them minimum of 1 hour in water if I'm going to plant them out today. Or I'll be in the water overnight and I will go ahead and plant them out tomorrow. Actually, let me go get that water now so I don't even stress this. Here we go. I just filled it very little because it says just the tips of it. Okay. Gonna let that rock like that. Ooh. Most people prefer a sandy loam soil that drains well. But sweet potatoes can be grown in all types of soil in all 50 states. Sweet potatoes will grow best in loose, well-drained soil. Loose soil allows the sweet potatoes to properly enlarge without being irregularly shaped. If your soil is hard and crusts easily, consider adding ample amounts of compost to provide aeration and drainage for your sweet potatoes. I'm going to plant these in bags. Okay, so I have to order them. Okay, so I am exploding with grow bag potential. So right now I have 1, 2, here's this one. I have 2 20-gallon grow bags, which I'm gonna save for these potatoes. so that I can plant them out tomorrow. And then I have these 2 5-gallon grow bags, and I think I need to order another. I'm balancing between a 5-pack of 10 to 15 gallons and a 5-pack of 20 gallons. Why? Because in a 20-gallon grow bag, technically, I've seen people have planted 2 plants, right? So 2 peppers, 2 tomatoes, whatever, and they've been fairly decent. Oh, like they've done fairly decent, especially when it pertains to peppers. But then I can also just do the smaller ones and be able to plant more of those, and then have them have their individual ones. So I'm still balancing between that idea, and I'll be making that decision today because I'm gonna order them and hopefully I'll get them to come tomorrow, because I'll be fine tomorrow, if you catch my drift. So it's just like that, and I have to start some more seeds. I said I wasn't starting any more seeds. I really, truly, I'm not starting any more seeds pertaining to now's planting out time, of course, right? But there are a couple things. I want to try to plant out the summer sweet gold, there's another tomato. There's 2 more tomatoes. One that came also with this from Victory Seeds, which is they're 2 dwarf tomatoes, and then also 2 seeds from that I already have of tomatoes. And then I also am going to, in about, I want to say 30 to 60 days, take off cuttings from my tomato plants that I already have to root them. And these are going to be for my fall harvest. So what it's looking like, right? And part of the reason why I want to get more grow bags, what I'm probably going to end up doing, sorry, it just came to me. I'm going to order 5 10-gallon grow bags and 5 20-gallon grow bags. And why? For a few reasons. One, because I want to be able to plant out my fall harvest, some of my fall harvest tomatoes earlier than I'm going to probably plant out some of them. And then I also want to have other things I have to plant out still. Look at these. I showed you guys these a few months ago. I have some of these I started. I'm going to toss some of them right now because my last frost is literally in a few days. So I'm going to toss these out. This is just absolutely beautiful to me. I'm going to put some in my front, but also mostly in my back of my yard. 25 count. I should probably order more of these just in case I can't get them next year. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at pertaining to those. And then for my tomatoes. And then in about 3 weeks, I will start the ones for my peppers. No, I'm bugging. 3 weeks is what? Oh, no, that's too late. I'll probably start the peppers within the next week. Yeah. So I actually brought up these, and I just have soil that I had taken from other stuff, and it was sitting outside, so it is very moist. So I'm gonna start some of those seeds with that soil, and I have a bunch of soil here from stuff that didn't make it, and I'm gonna plop all of it in here and put this also outside, because this week we have on again, off again rain, which is a fabulous time to be planting out your plants. If you have rain coming, plant those plants out and let that rain water your plants for you, because your watering is cute. It'll do what it needs to do. However, that rainwater hit those plants in a different manner. It hit those plants in a different manner. The other thing I want to get out is some of these cucumbers. I have a few different varieties of cucumbers, so I want to get some more cucumbers out. I'm struggling with what I'm gonna do with these cucumbers, because I feel like these need a decent amount of sun. Let's see. I feel like these need a decent amount of sun, and where I would have space to put it, I feel like I'm not sure if it gets enough sunlight. And I'm trying not to, but what's going to end up happening, I said I was done with raised beds for this year, and I am done with buying metal raised beds, but I have 2 planks of wood that are 6 feet, and then 2 planks of wood that I believe are like 3 feet, and I might mess around and screw them together, and it's just the 1 planks each, and just do like a very low raised bed, so I can plant some more of this stuff out. Because I really started a lot of plants, and I've given some away, and I still have a lot of plants to plant out, especially because I'm not giving away any plants that I feel like don't look optimal. They're gonna grow still, probably. They're probably gonna be fine, but I just don't want to give people that anything that doesn't look really good, right? At least this year. So this is a problem I would love to have. I like having, I would rather have too many plants than not enough plants, because I am going to do my best. I have my dehydrator. I have a Instapot that you can stuff in there. Like, it came with its own little metal thing to hold it above the actual bottom of the thing. I also have a vacuum sealer. So I really firmly am going to believe in canning, putting stuff in the freezer, as well as vacuum sealing stuff that doesn't need to be put in the freezer, like the dried beans and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm saying all of this to say an abundance of produce won't go to waste here in this house. I will either make it last, or I will give it away. And that's kind of where I'm going now. Like I said, I'd rather abundance than under. Yeah, because there are plenty of people who I'm sure will be willing to take it. I'm growing all types of really cool things. There's actually a plant swap coming up. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go to it. And if I go to it, what on earth I'm going to bring with me. Because I think the coolest thing would be to bring some really cool varieties. My problem with that right now, and this is going to sound very egotistical or snobbish, and that's fine. I don't want to give away my good pots. So I have no more plants that I had started in my cheaper ones. So I'm wondering if I do go, I would have to. And then I'm like, how would I split up this 6-pack? Because I'm not gonna give a 6-pack. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. I have to think this through. I think maybe I wouldn't mind giving away a few of these, because these are the Amazon ones, but I do kind of like how they are. But I did get I have to think about it. Y'all tell me what you think. And what did you put in plants that you gave away? Because that's kind of what I'm struggling with now. I really don't want to give away my good pots, because I spent some money on them and I want them to last me for some years to come. So I would like to be involved in that swap, but I have to figure out how I'm going to do that without feeling like I gave away a good amount of money just through the pots. You know what I mean? Because I do have some cool varieties that are not in big box stores around here that I think some people would really enjoy, and I would have no qualms taking like a big box store, like a sweet pepper regular, you know what I mean? I would love to do that, because for me, then they can, and I'll also probably try not to give, I'll try to see if I can avoid the hybrids that I have, stuff that is like heirloom or at least open pollinated or whatever, so they can save the seeds so that they can keep like growing them and give them out. That's kind of where I'm going with that thought process. So my sweet potato plants are here. I feel like this is not a lot of sweet potato plants. 1, 2, right? This is 2 separate ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe at 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so maybe this was supposed to be 10 and it's a little more than 10, which, to be fair, I'm not very upset about this, because to my knowledge, this doesn't tell me exactly how many are supposed to come here. To my knowledge, 1 sweet potato slip is going to yield you a few sweet potatoes. So I'll probably put 2 or 3 to a 20-gallon grow bag, right? And I want to do 3 20-gallon grow bags of 2 to 3 sweet potato slips. That's kind of where I'm at. Looks like I'm gonna have extras. This one looks like it's about to heave some heavy stuff. Like, I'll plant this one out quickly tomorrow. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'll probably 2 to 3 slips in a 3 20-gallon grow bags with 2 to 3 sweet potato slips. Means I'll probably actually have to do a 4th one to get all of these out, because I really don't want to waste it. If they end up really popping up, I might even go ahead, Mother's Day is coming, and use one of my grow bags, because I feel like I have another grow bag somewhere. I could be wrong. I'm not going to stress it, because buying grow bags is not really that serious of an issue. But I might buy a grow bag, a 20-gallon grow bag, fill it up with soil, plant 2 sweet potato slips in them when I plant my other ones, and let that root a little bit, and then be one of the gifts I give to my mother for Mother's Day. I almost bought her a green stalk, because green stalk is having a big sale right now for Mother's Day, and I'm just trying not to do that. My green stalks look so good though right now, and the cherry blossom or sakura blossom one color is back, and I have 2 of the purple ones and I have 1 of the pink one, and I'm like, if I got a 3-tier of the pink one, because what had happened was I got the purple one, right, the 5-tier, and then I got a 3-tier for free, so I just made them 2 4-tiers, and then to like even it out, if I got a 3-tier cherry blossom green stalk and it's under $100, then I would have 2 4-tier of the cherry blossom, and it kind of like evens itself out, and then I could plant out. Definitely I would probably do too much and plant out a bunch of my dwarf tomatoes in there and some more peppers and stuff. Oh my gosh, I would go insane with that and plant out. I think what would end up happening is I'd plant those stuff out, but then I would also do like a tier of either sweet potatoes or regular potatoes, because I heard people said they grew potatoes in their green stock. So I would be interested to see how that would go, because I do also want to do 1 to 2 more 20-pound grow bags of potatoes, because I still have a few, because I would really like to harvest a decent amount of potatoes. I'm talking, I don't even know what the poundage would be. I know that there are people who have talked about that, but that like just varies, I think, really depending on the person, how much times you eat potatoes, because I could eat french fries 4 times a week with no problem, and a little bit of chicken or whatever, and some asparagus. And I'm also battling that thought process right now, because people have asparagus in my, oh my gosh, I really don't need them, but I really am like, yo, if I could do asparagus, my problem is where I would put the asparagus is not ready for asparagus. The side of my house gets morning sun and mostly afternoon shade, barely a little bit of afternoon sun, and then for the most part it's afternoon shade, and I think that would be fire to have some asparagus sprouting from that. And I feel like people would be less likely to touch that, because I love me some asparagus, but I know it's not a very popular vegetable. So you let me guys know what you think on that. What are you guys growing? Are you still planting out stuff? This is the time where mad stuff are going on. I mean, even other people's videos that I'm watching, the Canadian gardener, she talked about a bunch of stuff. I'm zone, oh, did I tell you I'm zone 6? I'm zone 6, so I always felt like we had such a small growing season compared to like Florida and Arizona and stuff, but it's actually a fairly decent amount. It's like, I think 160, 170 days, 170 days maybe, which is pretty dang decent. And I'm gonna have probably like 200 days, because I have my polytunnel. So I started a lot of stuff earlier, and they're gonna last longer in the polytunnel. But I'm also crop rotation is important, but knowing your crops is super important. So I'm gonna do like fall carrots. So I'm gonna plant out some carrots at the end of summer, and then be able to be harvesting them throughout fall and as the frost comes. So it's like I'm gonna have like 3, like I feel like I have 3 growing seasons, you know. Like in spring I've been growing, well I've been growing in the winter too, because I had stuff in here, but you get what I'm saying, outside in spring, outside in summer, outside in fall, and that is so fire to me. I think that's truly amazing. It's something that's just chef's kiss. Anyway, let me know if you guys ordered some sweet potato slips. I did take up sweet potato last year. I managed to get some sweet potato slips. I planted them out way too late, so they rooted and they grew beautifully, but the frost hit it and killed it before I got any real sweet potatoes. I tried to do that this year and it rotted. So last year I think I started it in soil, and this year I did it in water. So the roots came and everything, and then for some reason something went wrong. So I just ordered them, and I think if the money is there, the $40 is there, it might be beneficial, right? Because sweet potatoes is a root crop, and root crops, you can quite literally save them without having to store them in some type of capacity, like canning or freezing and all of that, and they should do fairly decent. Some of these are not actually in the water. I'm looking at it like, what? Anyway, thanks so much for watching this whole video. Let's talk down in the comment section. I'm thoroughly interested in your garden and how you're feeling. I feel like, outside of just, I feel really good. I've been out in the sun a lot, as you guys have been seeing. I've been posting every day, and it just does something for your mental health. It really does something for your whole being to be out in the sun. I've also been taking some vitamins, which I can talk about. They're from, I'm not gonna even say where I think they're from, but they're like the chewy ones, but it's the vitamin D3 and K3. And I feel like my sleep has improved, and that's the only thing that has changed in the last 3 weeks. So that's amazing. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this whole video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.